Today I just wanted to experiment a bit with a phaser. So I have this source sound here. And as you can see, I have nothing really activated here, just a limiter. And I have a compressor on here. Maybe we're gonna use that one later. And I have this phaser here that I wanna play around with a bit more. So let's actually set the modulation here to 0%. Then just quickly go over the different controls that we have here. What each of these controls is doing is gonna be quite easy to grasp because there is a visual representation of everything in here. So the bend, the center, and the spread. And then of course we also have the feedback and stereo if you want this one. And we can increase the notches up to 24 or down to 1. And we have a bunch of different modes that we are probably going to play around with. And then in the modulation section we can set the mod depth, and I'm actually going to set this to 0 degrees because I don't really want the stereo offset here. Let's also set this one to a rate. And we can change the shape of the modulation, and we can also randomize it. What I very often like to do is to just grab a few different controls and map them to a macro knob. So let's just do these with the main 3 here. And now we can just control them at the same time. And I will just draw in something really random, record everything to a new track, and change the speed of this and also maybe the feedback. But let's just set this to almost 100%. I like to have this really high, and let's also increase the notches here and try one of these other modes. Probably also makes sense to activate the limiter here. But anyways, I would just grab this and put it on a track again, and then just pretty much continue doing this. So again, draw in something random. Maybe let's reduce the notches a bit, just see what happens. So it's quite simple to get interesting sounds this way. If we want to have a cleaner result, the bandpass mode usually works well. So now we have less frequency content because of the bandpass mode, and I'm just going to activate this compressor here just to enhance everything a bit. So let's see what this sounds like without the phaser. So maybe let's do just one more take of this, and maybe just use the classic mode, just a few notches here. Set the randomize button to 100% and increase the feedback again. I will probably just keep doing this for a while and see if I can get more interesting stuff that maybe sounds a bit different than what we have done so far. At a certain point, I would just grab all these files, all the recordings that I have, put them on a new track, and then just maybe look for interesting bits and pieces of those. I mean, stuff like this is probably useful as a layer for certain sci-fi sounds, game sounds, and user interface sounds probably. So maybe just take small bits here, then just look for interesting ones, and then process them a bit more if necessary. Let's maybe just grab the compressor here, copy it maybe even a few times. So there's quite a variety of sounds that you can make with a phaser and just a few random automations.